All right. All right. Okay, you guys. Hey, y'all. Okay, so Ashley's Tribe to Wealth back with another channel message. Okay, so I'm going to do a channel message, another one. I'm going to post it today. This will be my second video. I'm doing a lot of videos today because, well, at least three. This is my second one, and the day is almost over with. Long story short, I am being guided to get the messages out. So I hope everybody's day has been well, prosperous, abundance. I always like to start my intuitive readings off with a prayer. So, divine Mother, Father, I ask that you protect us from any dark magic, any negative entities. I ask that you cloak us, me and the collective, cloak our minds, cloak the message, and protect us from anyone who has any negative intentions or negative thoughts about us. Um, I ask that this line is secure for me and the collective, and so it is. Ashe, thank you. So we are on a secure line with the divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the first deck that I'm going to use is the Ladder. It's the Ladder Oracle deck. And so, wow, that came out pretty fast. Should I take it? I'm not gonna take that. I'm not gonna take it. I'm gonna wait, because whatever the divine, uh, or whatever messages our ancestors, or any ascended masters, or mother and father wants to give, the universe wants to give, it will come through. So let's get started with the message. And please don't say, well, what's the message? We finna see right now. We about to see right now, okay? And these cards, I read the book on these cards, right? Because it gives a clear description of what the cards mean and what they're about. So I'm only going to pull two of these cards because it'd be kind of long, like, and I don't want to hold you guys for too long. And yeah, so let's channel these messages. I am picking up on, I don't know, the word fear is coming. Ooh, fear is coming. Fear. Fear. I don't know why they're giving that word, fear, but we shall see. Spirit self. It says, be who you are as you are. Inner life. It says your inner life is a garden to be cultivated. Okay? So that's two cards. And so I want to let you guys see the cards. I hope that you can see them. I hope that look, I've never recorded like this. Okay, if y'all see the rig 'em up I got, I got the camera up there, y'all be like, what? She's creative. Anyways, okay, so let's get to it. So we got self, we got spirit self, and we also have inner self. Okay, so and if you see inner self, I love numbers. Believe numbers are the makeup of us, our genetics, in the multi-universe. And so this is one. Spirit self is one. And one is a number that's very connected to the divine. 43, we got 43 for inner life. So if that resonate with anybody, the number 1 or 43, I would absolutely read on those numbers. Just give me one moment. I'm just so mad that happened. I hope everybody, the collective, I hope you guys like and subscribe and share, please do. Okay, so spirit self, it says, be who you are as you are. The maiden wonders in search of her spirit self, represented in the golden apple she holds. She does not recognize that she already has that which she seeks, and continue to look longingly into the distance. To reach the place she desires, upon the horizon cannot fulfill her. She will only yet again look longingly into another's landscape in the distance. For her to authentically know, enjoy, and integrate any external achievement, she must first discover that she contains within all that she seeks. This is the same for us. When we search outside ourselves for a connection with the truth of who we are, of who we are, spirit self, also referred to as higher self, vital force, true north, or spirit. Our spirit is the inner light within that is never lost or extinguished. To live according to our inner lights is challenging. We need encouragement, acceptance to align and embody our spirit self fully. As we develop into adults, the social pressures to fit in, confirm and fulfill particular roles present obstacles to to attuning to our spirit self. Therefore, we are prone to growing estranged from our spirit self. Feelings of uh, self alienation commonly ensure and further results in the sense of dissatisfaction and restlessness that can adversely affect all aspects of life. Choose to express yourself authentically in any important area of your life. Choosing you in this situation is likely to bring full fulfillment and initiate the beginning of you doing the same in other areas of your life. This card also signals a time of significant change, achievements, and wonderments to come from living according to your light. The card heralds a readiness to end any tendencies to overvalue external forms of power or influence. Hold this card to your heart as a reminder of your birthright to assert your truth and personal power. Your spirit self is always available to you and is worth prioritizing. So the message for this card is self. Trust spirit self is the nourishing light that you seek. Okay, so I want y'all to get comfortable. I want y'all to get you some chips, maybe some popcorn, and just chill. I mean, what time is it out here? Let me see. What time is it? What we working with? It's 6:27. 6:27. So I know people just getting off of work and all of that stuff. So, I hope that this is something that you can watch for entertainment purposes, but also for truth. Okay, because ain't nothing fake about this reading. We are connected. Okay, on a secure line. I want you to remember that. Trust spirit self is the nourishing light that you seek. So I hope that was insightful for you guys. And it's about trusting self, and I feel like the overall message is to not allow the things outside of you to take you away from your spirit self. Your soul. Don't allow your soul to be alone. That's like leaving yourself alone, like leaving a child alone. Because you got to think about all of the traumas that you've been through and how you haven't probably healed or haven't, addressed these things. So when you get lonely, maybe you could be, sometimes we feel lonely and we are in relationships with people. We are married and we feel lonely. And that's only because we keep going outside of ourselves to seek these things that we already have within us. Seek the love and all of that, when we were supposed to love ourselves first and feel that love first before we step out of ourselves to go and love anybody, okay? So that was some real. Okay, so let's go to 43. Y'all, I'll be so excited to give y'all these messages though, right? Okay, so inner life. Your inner life is a garden to be cultivated. The more we tune into our inner light or spirit self, and look at how that came out, and now they talking about it's reflecting off of this card. Okay, let's keep going. That's it, because I haven't gotten this card before. So I haven't read this one before. You guys, I'm reading it first time with you guys. So the more we live our outer life through it, the more transparent we become. So the more we tune into our inner light, our spirit self, the more we live our outer life through it. The more transparent we become, the more inner life is reflected back to us through the intimate connections we enjoy with others in our surroundings. Without a healthy and solid sense of a self communing within spirit self, there is only ever smoke there is only ever smoking mirrors without. So there is only ever smoke and mirrors without. To relate to others from this facade or false self is to forge false connections that create distance rather than closeness. Deep and lasting relationships become possible once we have established such a relationship with ourselves. The journey home to spirit self provides us with a genuinely secure foundation to build our lives upon. Coming home to the Oh, wow. It's a lot. Coming home to the loving, I got a lot to say to y'all today. So hold on. The journey home to spirit self provides us with a genuinely secure foundation to build our lives upon. Coming home to the loving, yes, baby.
Can I see your phone so connected? Because
yeah, go ahead. Loving white light within transforms our limitations and blind spots into pathways without. So let me read that again because I want y'all to get it. Loving white light within transforms our limitations and blind spots into pathways without. So ways that you thought could never happen, when you find love within yourself, you will find light on those dark roads that you thought that you couldn't overcome or that you thought that you couldn't achieve. The loving luminosity of our inner life shines through all destiny, deception, and destructions. All shadows burn into the dusty ashes illusions ultimately are. This is why shadows bury instead of heal what is beautiful but injured within them. What? Now that kind of just, all shadows burn into the dusty ashes. Illusions ultimately are. Okay, I get it. So shadows burn into the dusty ashes that illusions ultimately are. So illusions are nothing but merely smoke clouds. And that's what this card was saying. Are you see? I'm sorry. I done made that ugly face. Oh, spirit, come on through. Come on through. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so this is why shadows bury instead of heal what is beautiful but injured within them. This is also why shadows need the light's loving burn to peel away the crumble them back into ash. Our inner life can openly hold space for all of the unaccepted thoughts, feelings, behaviors, and compulsion that we try to hide or deny. We do not realize that buried within our shadows are, in fact, glorious allies with core truths desperate for the light to illuminate and alleviate them of their necessary message to us. To bring light to our shadows is to see them as provisions of something that had started off good and got distorted. Regardless of how threatening any shadow of ours may currently feel or may have once seemed, no shadow ever has been, or can be anything more or less than the goddess that got lost, overburdened, or injured along the way. The featured crone supports you in bringing loving light, acceptance, and value to the shadow parts of yourself. All they have ever tried to do is help you. However, it is actually your help that they need. Shadows need release from the message that they are and that they do not pay attention to. Your shadows are burdened with the essential information about yourself that you ignore. They need you to acknowledge them with loving attention, compassion, and appropriate action. Therefore, this card suggests that it is an opportune time to sit down with your shadows and do the following steps with each one. Wow. Okay, so in the beginning of the reading, you remember I had mentioned something about, I mentioned fear. And fear overall can stop you in your tracks from doing so many things. And this what I read, if you have to rewind it to go back for the first card, to you have to disconnect from fear, but it's not easy. So fear. Okay, so look at, because I don't want to speak fear into this reading, but it's going to come up eventually, and I know it is. But let's just keep going. And I'm not speaking fear into it. Let me take that back. It's not fear being spoken into it. What it is in order to do this work, you have to step on the other side of fear, one by one, each shadow at a time. Each pain at a time, each hurt at a time, each painful decision. So let's keep going. Listen to them with compassion. Honor them with a new and affirmative meaning and significance in your life. Integrate them healthily by freeing them from the dark. Trust, love, acknowledge, and empathize with each shadow as you shine light upon it to transform it back into healthy alignment with the purity of your spirit self. Reach out for support and help from an appropriate professional, healer, or mentor to guide you through the process if you need to. It is time to make compassionate self-exploration, exploration, a property, a priority. I'm sorry. So make compassionate self-exploration a priority, a journey into the stillness and silence of your inner light-filled garden, and optimal to establish an intimate communion with yourself. You may feel the need to embrace a period of solitude. The featured crone supports you in whatever form the journey of coming home to yourself takes and requires for you until this inner process is complete. True intimacy with another is unlikely to ultimately unsustainably for it first needs to be established within. Man, come through with the message. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Crohn's message. So this card, this person on the card, I'm getting that it's a Crohn's. It's Crohn's message. It's a Crohn's message. This is what this being is. It's a Crohn's being. You could look that up. It's Crones. Crohn's. Okay, so Tend to your garden first. The shadow you illuminate will reveal all the good that they had mistakenly buried with fourfold radiance, strength, and blessings. Okay, tend to your garden first. The shadows of illuminate will reveal all the good that they had mistakenly buried with fourfold radiance, strength, and blessings. Okay, you guys, so that's the end of that. Okay, so we're gonna keep these cards down. I hope that you guys can see. I'm gonna actually scoot them up because y'all did see them. Woo, okay, and sit to the side because my legs is hurting, man. My legs is hurting. And let me see, what deck am I going to use? What deck am I going to use? I don't know why I'm being pulled to this deck. No, I'm not. I'm just recording. Okay, you guys. I hope that was some insightful information for you guys to help you guys. This is for the collective. If you got the, if you clicked on this reading, hi, how you doing? Thank you for coming to my channel and checking me out. These readings are direct messages from the divine. And they are for the collective. If you see this in 6 days, 7 days, 8 days, if it's 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, you were supposed to see this. Okay, I do believe in synchronicities. I cannot say that enough, but as long as you know, then you know that as long as you know that synchronicities are real, then you know that this message is for you. So please listen, and get some insight so that it can help you navigate through, whatever it is that you're going through. That's the main reason why I, do the things, will do what I do. This is my profession. Okay. This is my profession. Yes, it is. Oh, 3 cards came out. Ooh. Okay. I'm taking those. Spirit said take them. Why not? Okay, my lucky number 111, 1111. So I started when I do tarot, I always do 4 cards first. Like that's my thing. And so I just noticed that, like, this is what I do. So, we all have our niche, so how we do things when it comes to tarot. Yeah, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Swords. As you can see, the 7 of Swords. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the 8 of Swords. I'm sorry. The 8 of Swords. I have to make sure. Okay, so we have we got the 2 of Swords here. Temperance came out. Temperance came out. We got the 5 of Cups. Okay. And then we got the Page of Swords that came out. Okay. This energy is, I don't know why. It was like from one end, I went from that end from this end to that end. Okay. So this energy is giving me where, okay, so I'm being guided to speak to you. And say, okay, certain things that they want me to say right now. So just give me 1 minute. I don't know why I'm getting distortion and fear. Distortion. Okay, so whoever's watching this video right now has started on a journey on wanting to know truth about family things, truth about spirituality, truth about the world just in general, the things that you learned, the things that you was indoctrinated with. This reading is most definitely specific. This for a specific group of people. This reading is so the group of people that this reading is meant for, you've just started your journey. So you like a baby in the game. You know what I'm saying? You just started your journey. Okay. So you feel lost. You don't feel as if you you don't know which way to go. Like, like, where do I start at? Do I start reading books? Do I start doing this? Absolutely. Start gathering information. Start writing the things that down that come to you. Start writing different things down that come to you. Taking information in, paying attention, and being present is what they're giving me, because you have this fear of not knowing. But when you go into spirituality and you talk about the metaphysics and all of those type of kind of things, universal laws and all of that, you're going into the unknown. You're not going to know, you know, and you're not going to be given information as everyone else perceives it or gets it or gives it. Okay? Because once you start on your journey, you know, you have to persevere yourself. You have to be seen in the spiritual realm of being honest with what it is that you are saying that you want to do and who you are. So they have to sit back and watch this. It's kind of like, being, you know, being initiated into a group. So they most definitely have to see, the ascended masters, mother, father, the universe, the extraterrestrial beings. They have to see that they have to see that you are open to getting to know who you truly are and pouring in your own cup. And you see how the temperance is pouring into one cup and into the other cup? That's her cup, though. There's nobody pouring into her cup, and she's not pouring into nobody else's cup. She's learning to love on herself. She's learning to fulfill her own, destiny, her own scriptures within her own self, because everything we need is inside of us. In the Bible, it says that, it talks about the kingdom of heaven. And I'm a firm believer in that the kingdom of heaven is inside of us. I'm a firm believer on that. I don't believe that it's anywhere else, anywhere outside of us. I believe it's inside of us. So that means that our souls are more than what we've been told and more than what we think, or more than one thing. Well, I know now today that, how powerful I am and how connected I am. Okay, so yes, pouring into oneself so that you can see the growth, so that you can start grounding yourself. It's not even growth, because we haven't even got there yet, because you just started. You're a beginner, you're a baby, you know what I'm saying, in this shit. So you have to get grounded, in the universe, within the universe, in the world, I mean, too. Okay, that could be going outside, taking walks, going to water. You see how she's by water? The water's behind her. And all of these elements, the earth elements, air, water, fire, you know, these things help us navigate, because our bodies feel the connection and the magnetic pull towards these elements of the world that keeps the world going, and keep us alive. Okay? So don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged, because there's forces out there that want you to get discouraged. There's forces out there that want you to fail and not wake up and not know who you truly are. And it could be in the form of someone very close to you. This is how this work in the spiritual realm. See, this is what you guys have to understand, that this ain't no first walk in the park. We didn't all been here before. We all done made allies with people we don't remember. We didn't got into things that we didn't did things that we don't remember in past lives. Sometimes you have to pay for it in this life, karma. But you can't think about that. You can't allow fear to be your preference, your thing to go to, your outlet. Fear can't be your outlet if what you're seeking is to know what is the making of this world. What's the creation? And for you to know and go in depth about spirituality, metaphysics, universal laws, you have to first get in touch with yourself. You first have to build that relationship within yourself. Okay? And at times you're gonna be down. You're not gonna be feeling it. You're not. You're gonna feel attacked. All kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But you have to stay on course. Keep fighting. Keep going. Because the more and more you come out of it, the more awakened you are, the stronger your spiritual soul is, the more you're going to do things to make sure your physical is strengthened. You know what I'm saying? And then here goes a page of swords. You conquering shit. You cutting. What David do? Did he cut Goliath? Did David cut Goliath's head off? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna conquer it. It don't take much to get to it. It just you doing the work within. Sometimes it might even call for isolation. You know what I'm saying? Isolation is elevation. Sometimes we really need to hear people speak these things and say these things because we think that we know everything and we don't. I'm still learning. And I've been on my journey for the past, really, really, I would say 3 years now. You know what I'm saying? Going through things and seeing things for what they are, and just the ups and downs and the trials and tribulations. And I'm not just talking about what life, I'm talking about within myself, healing myself, getting myself back to who going back and saying, remembering times when I was hurt, and going back mentally and as the 37-year-old that I am today, and saying, baby, it's gonna be okay. Just let that go. Sometimes we have to do self-talk, self-evolution, all of that shit has to happen inside before you can go step outside and see if somebody else is okay, or make this person happy, or take care of this child. You know what I'm saying? Like, you sitting up there taking care of a whole household, and you got so many different anxiety, bipolar. You got all kind of shit going on because you haven't did the work to heal your soul from these karmic relationships and these karmic situations and these past lives experiences that then came down to you, or even family issues. It could be a family thing, or you inherited some shit, and you're the curse. You're the breaker. You're the breaker of the family to come to build the family back up. You're the curse breaker. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to really get to know who you are. I'm just profound how this them two cards came out and how connected they were. That was dope. Okay, so we're gonna pull some more cards, y'all. Let me keep going because y'all like probably just ring around. Okay, so we got the Knight of Swords. I'm being told not to shuffle anymore, y'all, so I would just be pulling. So they're gonna tell you the story from there. They're going to tell you the story from there. Okay, so we got the King of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Lovers, okay? So, y'all got to look at this. Oh, my goodness, y'all. See, because you got to know tarot, okay? You see how he rushing in? Because that's what your soul feel. Like, I'm ready to get to the truth. I'm ready to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But you are conflicted because at the same time, you're afraid of the unknown. You're fearful because you don't know what's on the other side. I mean, regardless to what decision that you choose to make, either way, it's going to be consequences on either side. It's going to be a situation. It's going to be problems. It's going to be this. So if it's something that you've been repeatedly trying and it ain't working and it ain't making you happy, then why not go into the unknown? Because the other shit you did was unknown, or you might have knew about it, but you didn't know it was going to affect you like that. That's the unknown, right? And then you got the King of Pentacles. You got the King of Pentacles with the on top of the Temperance. Once you start pouring into you, do you see the luxury that the King of Pentacles have? All of that growth. You see that? Man, this shit, I cannot make this shit up. Look at the King of Pentacles. And they got the Pentacle, the mind, and the eye. Giving me third eye. It's giving me a strong amount of protection. That's what that's giving me. Because you chose to pour into yourself. Because you chose to love self. Because you chose to go and do the work. Because you got tired of motherfuckers telling you who you was. You got tired of people treating you any type of kind of way. You got tired of people running your name through the dirt and speaking on you. You know what I'm saying? You got tired of feeling like that little girl that was neglected and abused. You got tired of that shit. And you got tired of holding on to it. You got tired of being a victim. So you chose to go and do the work, right? And although you chose to do the work, and although, you know, so the Tower came out with this card with the Five of Cups. And you see how them cups feel? And the Tower, they are strongly advising me to tell you guys, the collective that's listening to this, that while you're on this journey, there will be days when you feel like this. When you feel like all you have is 2 cups, maybe even just 1. Because technically, if these is dropped over in his mind, he's thinking that it's over with. But no, he could still lift them up. He could still pick them up and put something in them and use them and put them to use. It's all in his mind. So this is what this is. This is what this is given. This is what they're telling me, that when you are on your journey and you are on your way to spiritual awakening and awareness, that you're going to have days when you feel like you don't have nothing to move forward on. And it's going to feel like a tower moment. It's going to feel like everything is falling down. But you have to remember that everything that you need and everything that will help you on this journey, on this path, on this spiritual awakening is inside of you. You see how she got it look like the universe is behind her, but she has the same thing in her hands and by her stomach, by this chakra, by the stomach chakra. Can't remember the name of it, but you guys can put it in the comments, okay? Self, loving oneself, and it's gonna be in the tower. The tower moments that you feel is merely, once you get into it, I'll say a month, 2 months. Once you get into it and you have these tower moments and stuff, that is dead skin shedding. That's what it is. The illusion is being stripped away. Things are being revealed. That's all it is. And it feels uncomfortable. You're going to feel uncomfortable because it's not something that you're used to, but you're pushing yourself to this. You're pushing yourself to knowing because you want to know the truth. Your soul is ready to escape the penitentiary it was put in. You know what I'm saying? The indoctrination that was put on your mind. It's ready to escape. It's tired of being locked up in a cage. It's tired of being mistreated and misused and lied to and abused. Walked over. It's tired. Okay? And then the Page of Swords, and you got the Lovers. And once again, they this keep coming up. Love, the Lovers. This can go 2 ways. One for sure, this right here is being victorious and knowing that you're victorious at each milestone that you get over. Each time you feel like you don't have it enough, or you don't know which way to go, you need to feel victorious and tell yourself that I got this. I got this. I love me. I love me, and I'm connected to the Most High. I'm connected to the divine. You better get on that secure line like we on right now, so that you can get them that information, them downloads, so that they could talk to you. You better talk to your ancestors, because you are loved. You're not alone. You are loved. Okay? You have to know that, though. Okay? You got to know that. Okay, so next I am going to pull, I don't know, I haven't did these cards before. How long have I been recording for? I don't want to keep y'all for too long. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do 2 of these cards. No, I'm not. I'm lying. I'll do this on another video. I am going to do, and I know in the beginning, please do not scream at me, okay? Do not put mean things in the comments, okay? Because I said I was gonna do some numbers, but I already had you guys here for a while, so I'm just gonna do a few of these cards right here for you guys, okay? And then we're gonna wrap it up. So I hope that this message really, helped. I hope this message, gave you some type of kind of understanding on your spiritual path, on your spiritual journey, the beginning of your spiritual journey. I just want to tell you that you chose a beautiful road. You chose to know the truth, and nothing is more powerful than the truth, and nothing is more powerful than love. You know what I'm saying? That brings strength. That brings everything together, and it sorts out. It alleviates fear and pain and all of that other negative gook that we get, throughout our adolescence and childhood and adulthood. All that. So it says romance. Cubic arrow strikes. Cubic arrow strikes. So that was one message from the divine ancestors. And let me tell you, when I do these messages, and I ask for and I ask, and speak to spirit about, and my ancestors, about the secure line, it happens. I feel it. I'm able to speak to you guys. I'm able to talk to you guys, and give you guys information, insightful information. I do not, get myself together for my messages. No, I do it. I freestyle it. I do it natural. I want it to be authentic, and I want to, get it from the divine right then and there. What is it? What is it? What's going on right now? Okay, it says, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Okay, it says, it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself. Y'all, let me tell you something. When y'all see me in 10 years from now, 5 years from now, and I, continue on my path with learning the things that I'm learning, and my book, like I'm writing a book, and all of these things, y'all gonna be like, you know what? It's gonna all come together when it's supposed to. Okay? It's gonna all come together. Y'all gonna be like, I used to watch her. I remember when she only had like, not 70 something followers on her. I don't care about the followers. I'll take 500 as long as that 500 is serious about what I'm talking about. I can't see nobody just watching this and they not on this. Okay, so next one. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. Okay, give me another one. I like these cards. What else they got to say to us? Okay, it says, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. For it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. You guys. Okay. One more. I'll do 2 more. Okay. I'll do 2 more for you guys. Okay, it says, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. That's Big Mama. That's spirit right there. They letting y'all know because we finna close this message, okay? Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. Thank you for coming to Ashley's Tribe to Wealth with another channel message. If that message did not read all the way through, that we are divinely orchestrated. This was divinely orchestrated, that we are connected to a higher source. If this reading didn't show you that, how these cards came out and how the message came out and how I spoke in the beginning and what I said, put it together, y'all. We live in a mysterious, mystical, magical world. I'm a firm believer in that, and I am so grateful to be the one that helps you see and understand it. So thank you, you guys. Thanks for coming to Ashley's Tribe to Wealth, okay? Oh.